all right in the car. What were you saying with your man down there? You were bored him after how long?
I was here nearly for a few days. I tell you what, I thought I was with the Wayne already. Right, this is serious. With the Wayne, you know, and obviously Wayne's bit of pish going about, reeking a pish. I was wondering where it was there with my mum and my dad.
Reeking a pish.
My dad especially, nicking about with my dad. Things like that. Come here, you. I was starting to wonder.
Hold on, this is serious. Reeking a pish.
Reeking a pish. Oh.
My dad used to reek a pish.
You can't change your dad's fucking
just, we're going to come out later. Just watch Youth Cup final last night.
Didn't watch it, mate.
Some good talent, isn't there?
Brilliant. By the way, what an advert. Did it finish 6-4?
Probably the most enjoyable Scottish game I've watched this year by you.
What about the goals?
The fucking free-for-all, wasn't it?
Some of the goals.
Is that good? Is that good? I think that's what youth football should be, mate. What did they go for it?
6-5.
Right, I turned it out at 6-4 to see a wee bit of
the game was never... Was it 6-4?
It was 6-4. It went 6-4, aye. So that's when I turned it out. Well, it wasn't me that turned it out.
How was the snooker you were watching, mate?
It was Darren, no. Shout out. Happy birthday, Darren.
Oh, God, he deserves it. Go on, Darren.
29, aye, get up, you. What?
Jockstrap.
Doesn't he want anything? He doesn't want anything. There he does. So, I don't know, but I'll leave it up to his mammy.
So it's surprise for you tomorrow as well when he opens whatever he gets.
Aye. I've not got a Scooby, by the way.
How was Italy?
Wait, just quickly, and he's won the Youth Cup now. Just me, right?
What, the final?
Right, let's get to Italy. No, win it now. I've got 2 medals, I'll give you one, alright, wee man.
You've been waiting for about 5 years for that.
Tournament I could say. You know what, wee man,
it's a good achievement.
Of course it is. No, win it, wee man, now. Scotland in the final.
No, we won it in the final.
It's not for everyone.
We won it, but here, see the crowd.
You won it in the final? So you won it?
I didn't play. I played one round. No, I was injured. I played Livy in the semis and no, I didn't just very good. But see, the crowd, it used to be mental back in the day. It wasn't like that last night, was it? It used to be fucking half a hundred.
I think it was about 10,000.
Was it a BP Cup back in the day? Aye, wasn't it?
BP Youth Cup.
Aye. Did you ever play with that in Motherwell?
Aye.
To the final?
No. We get...
Scuddy?
I think Ayr beat us. Ayr knocked us out.
Did they?
Aye. Our under-18s were rubbish.
What?
But a lot of the boys made it.
That's
what
strange,
matters,
isn't it? That's strange, but innit?
We were the opposite, mate. We were all fucking brilliant.
Some of them looked old last night, weren't they? There was a mixture. What was the age for? I'm not
16-year-olds are playing.
Right, so and there was a 15-year-old come on, but there was some of them looked older. You know,
some playing the B team this year, isn't they? Some playing the B team.
Boy, Lovelace is fucking brilliant.
He's not right.
There'll be age range.
Aye, they looked in a couple with the CELTIC boys as well, looked quite older. You could see there was a wee difference here, and at that age, 2 or 3 years of age makes a bit, well, for me, makes a big difference. That's how there's a thing when sometimes contracts come up when players are going to get a contract, be kept on. That 8, 9 months, I think Big Kev spoke about that before, and it was a great point. You know,
say that again?
6, 7.
Big Kev, what?
Made a great point. Because it makes a difference physically, because they can shoot up, fall out a wee bit more and all that. It does make a difference.
What I liked too, there was a lot of attacking players that wanted to take people on and not just play safe all the time.
Was it no great to see them run with the ball?
That's what I'm saying, there's so many that wanted to run.
And that was dead refreshing last night, because you're used to seeing them just popping.
That was daddy duties.
What?
My boy was training, so...
Oh, was he sure to go and take him?
Take him training.
The important things, isn't there?
Too right there.
What about you?
Keep a night half.
We met John.
I went to Peters Hill and the Glasgow City were playing Hibs after it. So they were setting up. Everybody thought I was commentating on it. That's how bad I am. You want the night? No, night half. My wee boy's training.
We had a brilliant day, mate. Maybe met John Higgins yesterday for lunch.
Oh, did you?
What an incredible guy, mate.
He is an incredible guy.
A couple of years, wasn't it?
Didn't know what to get the bill for, which is...
Were you there?
We had to split.
Did you get an invite?
I certainly did not.
Higgins, didn't want him, right? No, he said.
He didn't want you.
I've been in his company one time, done a Q&A up in Wishaw. I think it was with the BBC, and he was good company. He's a good lad, isn't he?
You obviously made an impression on him.
One time.
one time.
Do you know?
He's not bad.
I'm not including you, Valley, because you're just sort of
Is it warm in here today? Hold on.
Are you sweating?
I'm roasting.
Get the clothes off. Get them out. This is the perfect time.
No, is it? Is it warm in here?
Aye.
Fucking hell.
Do you want to take your clothes off? No, for one show only. Probably the right time, innit?
And speak like it's Ventura with your eyes like that.
That's brilliant.
Just still buzzing for that result, aye?
What result? Oh, at the weekend.
Aye, good one.
If you'd have seen him on Monday, mate, he didn't know what the result was.
I'm going to ask you this. So I'm not including Faddy because you're just new on the scene, right?
Include me, mate.
No, you're just new on the scene.
Aye,
But my two favourite people ever since Libby open goals, Higgins and him. Derek.
You're winding me up.
No, wow. Who's your two? If you were to pick two, Faddy's not included, he's just in the door.
Faddy. At least you said it in front of me this time. You not want to say it behind my back.
Knowledge of the game. Things are knowledge and insight.
Look how red you are. I can take it. No, I'll take third.
Say what about you?
Kev and
What's something?
oh fuck no, I hate them all.
Yeah.
Higgins all just acquaintances.
Higgins just a normal guy, though, isn't he?
Higgins is a great guy.
He's just a pure down to earth guy.
Where were you with him?
No, I did not make you.
What's that?
We went to, so he's on he doesn't drink anymore, 5 year after drink.
I'm not
Doesn't
drinking.
eat.
I'm going to make a statement. TB
I'll not
beat
talk to you if
Celtic,
you
I'm
stop
not
drinking.
drinking.
No, you that'll change.
Till you beat Celtic.
Aye. Get an opportunity next week, right enough, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Actually, I said that earlier to my dad. Says that's it. I'm off.
Were you drunk at the time?
Did you watch it?
I fucking wrecked his house, by the way. Wrecked his house.
Right, two so slow.
What's he say?
Well, because you were raging with the game.
Aye, me and my dad, I was just throwing things at each other.
Just throwing at each other.
Aye. Oh, I got hit with a biscuit at the fridge right in the back of the head. It was seared, by the way. It was.
Is that because you tipped Celtic to win?
I know. Fucking hell, I'm roasted. I'm roasted.
Yeah, just quickly, what did you do last night? Why were you not watching that game? No care about, oh, he obviously doesn't care about the future of Scottish football.
They were
No care about that, nah.
What was I doing last
You know what, see the kids coming through now.
They were brilliant
Guy that
last
runs,
night.
but you think a guy that runs a youth academy at coaching would look at these guys and see what he could learn, but nah. What were you watching instead? Fucking
Boob station, wasn't it?
Big Mama's house or something.
Big Mama's house too.
What did you have for your dinner last night, quickly before we go?
I didn't have any dinner. I had a toasty.
Toasted?
I
What was on your toasty?
Chopped pork, cheese and onion.
Piece and ham I had, but no butter.
Mate, what?
I don't like the butter in there, on it.
What kind of ham like that? Fucking
Honey roast.
Oh.
99p a packet, about 40 slices in it. You need to put about 10 on it, but to make it worthwhile.
To taste that.
To taste a bit of ham with it.
Extra
Did you like
wafer
ham, didn't you?
Ham?
Did you?
I like ham.
No, it wasn't you, sorry. Different night.
What would you have?
A rusk to start with, and then...
A rusk? What? A kid's rusk?
Aye, because
Yeah,
how
brilliant.
many years we've got to be, you know?
So you eat our food?
Aye.
You're always doing
I
against
love
food, aren't you?
Aye, I love Russ. I love Wayne's feet.
Russ are brilliant. Russ are brilliant.
Tapioca and all that. You know, like...
And then what did
I've
you
done it. I've done it all. No, I don't know. I've
See,
done
he
it all
knows.
now.
And then what did you have for men?
Oh, it was burgers. She made us burgers.
Oh,
so
aye.
she did, aye.
Who Carol made them?
Aye. Burgers.
Cheese, tomato.
Cheese, aye, the whole shebang. She lays it out and then help yourself. I'd hate helping yourself. I like it put down right in front of me. So I
What?
just...
You a knife and fork for a burger?
No, but I like it all.
Aye, you don't
place.
like a buffet that you nibbling at people's horns
There's
and everywhere.
Aye.
I don't like that either.
But then there's a buffet in Italy that you would absolutely love in the wee cafes. You just order buffet, you know, just you give us a buffet and they come out, put all the wee breads, the cheeses, all the
Buffet.
different
How
stuff.
do you say buffet to the waiter?
Anti-past.
Oh, buffet?
That's French.
Anti-pasta.
But we
Fucking hell.
olives and the meats and all that.
Aye, I don't like
Be
olives,
farting for
but I
fun in
like...
that house.
Aye.
You're sweating a wee bit. You're
I know.
roasting, aren't you?
I walked it dead quick there.
Maybe that's
To get
not
here.
need to cool you down, mate.
Needs a drink. You need a drink, mate.
I need a drink. I'm off a drink.
I want to just cool you down there. Like to sit and fan you all day.
Oh, you what?
Yeah,
Paddy, how was no, sorry, I want to get on to you. How was Juventus?
They were excellent.
Who,
So they
Bologna or
were-
Juve?
Well, Bologna,
Were they?
aye. Because I thought they were going to maybe get turned out, but no, they played really well in the game, especially the midfield. Didn't they start with a centre forward? The boy Barrow up top again. No, the wee boy Barrow. They all just midfielders. You ought to see the way they kept the ball. They were excellent. But Juve at times just threw them into the hole and all that. On the half turn were good. It was a great game. The atmosphere, it was electric. So it was. And when they scored, Juve didn't realise how many Juventus supporters were in amongst you. You know, so it was a big
Do you
following.
sing songs?
No.
He's a Bologna song.
But listen, see the atmosphere. It's I can go there and I can relax and I can just go for it like a normal fan. Now sometimes back here, you know what it's like if you're at a game and all, you can't act like a normal fan. Out there I can. And my dad, and then I forgot my dad's a nervous wreck. When I used to go and watch your Barry, remember I've said that before, he used to go quiet and I could see him kind of dead worried and all that. But and I forgot he was a wee bit like that. But I let it all out. I let it
Do
go.
you cane boys in that? You slaughter players in that?
No, I just get excited and jump up and all that and shout and aye.
And Italian or Scottish?
No, they're looking at you as if you're, well, I was daft, I'm not daft. But at least you can do that. Yeah, I feel, I enjoy that.
You abusing the ref?
Aye.
A beatro in it. A beatro, that's referee in Italian. There you go.
You need to get yourself. And I was talking to a boy in the airport, and I didn't realise, because we're talking about the football. Sorry, I know I'm...
No, I like that. It's good.
It's because I didn't realise how much it was for a ticket out there. It's really expensive in Italy, in Bologna. The boy was saying it was €55. Then I was asking Lewis last night, and he says most of the big games where we normally sit, it can be up to like €120, €150. I'm like, you're kidding me on.
That's football in general though, isn't it?
But the boy says, this guy goes to Europe and watches games. He's going out to Germany, 12 quid. That's it.
It's cheap in Germany. It's
that's the way it should be. I was surprised that was...
Do you get any duty free?
No, I don't bother.
He's off it.
Oh, so he is.
No fags, nothing. Stopped a lot. Rehab.
Fans forum Thursday, Monday night. We've got two of the other fans here, Faddy and wee Gogsy.
Well, right, wasn't it?
That's
good. I enjoyed it.
You were on. You could just sit with a mic himself.
There's no point. You may as well just sit yourself, mate. Seriously, man.
You were shouting yourself before we went on.
No, I wasn't, mate. I promise I wasn't. The first two I was all early place, right? But that one I just like, don't know what I'm doing here. I really don't.
You're good now. About talking and asking questions.
We should never said
Was
it.
he shite before, like?
But he's more in it.
That was a sweaty handshake, wasn't it? I'm still ringing.
I don't know if they when you and Kev are there, so you are better at talking than us.
Tired, weren't you?
No,
we're just the two.
I just think when you look at the one down England overlap, you've got like Neville and Keane and Carragher have won everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, me was debating with me, no.
Your debate's just as good as theirs, but just because you're big time.
No, but you've been there and done it,
you still know your stuff.
You should go on it because you would be good at it.
No, you still.
But you don't say it because you don't back yourself.
No, it's not that I back myself 100%.
I know
scared of
that.
the fans, innit? That's what I'm scared of the fans.
No. Listen, I'm all for the fans. I don't want to go against them.
Scared of the
fans? I would never go against the fans.
Do you enjoy that sort of stuff?
Aye, it was good. It's good. It's hard because you've got guys that are passionate about their team and they are fans, obviously, so they've got their opinion, and it's no right or wrong, it's their opinion.
It's their life.
But you try and watch it, people will say, what do you know about our club? I'm not there to tell you about what happens inside, I'm there to say this is what it looks like from my point of view. Yeah. So I don't mind, I think it's a good laugh, especially when you get a wee bit of banter with the fans.
Who do you think would be good to go have a back and forth with him?
Him and Andy are good, and even before we went on, there was
always
a wee bit of
the
team of the season, that was good.
Oh, Andy's
picking all your fucking mates.
Andy's easy.
Let's get a bit heated.
Andy was good though, wasn't he? Because he's saying, was Andy one that says that he wanted the semi-final moved? Or was he one that he wanted to play it?
Didn't really listen when he's talking, mate. Can't remember.
Monday's a blur for you, innit?
Monday's a bit of a blur for me, mate.
That's a good point, talking about time, the football.
Did you see the time of that fight? At 5 o'clock now.
Half 5.
But you know,
it's ridiculous.
Steaming by 5:30, mate.
Well, you've just said you've flicked in between the Youth Cup and the Man City game to see Man City.
Aye.
So it's one of the reasons it's been moved. I don't agree with it, but
it's your showpiece,
so that people in Scotland can watch FA Cup final?
It's not.
You must be happy though, you know you can watch the two finals now.
It's not because so they can watch it, it's because fans of each club are going to watch the Scottish Cup final no matter what time it's on. It's to get bigger
audiences,
people that aren't fans to watch it.
Right,
I should put it on the air.
Well, Inverness
how
one
are
was...
people getting in for Inverness at 12 o'clock?
They've done it at the weekend.
How are they getting home? The train stop or not?
It was half 12 at the
The last
weekend.
train's what, 12 for?
I can't get a pee.
You can't get a pish in Inverness.
It was early at the weekend.
A pish like your house.
Aye.
Half 12 at the weekend.
This is
so, I think, but the biggest thing is they've moved it for the traditional slot, and the clubs weren't consulted. I just think put it on. If you want to go and watch the FA Cup, go and watch it.
I agree with that, definitely.
Just go and watch the Scottish Cup.
I like it. I get the traditional time, but I like the fact you can now watch both finals.
You like the fact
don't watch any games?
No.
So you're not going to watch the
I like finals. Trophy then.
Celtic got a time castle this weekend. Can you see anything other than Oh, hey, you know what I did, Governor?
You know,
But
fancy Governor. There's a booty there as well. You just
and
nipped
Peter pay your wages, you know what I did?
Oh, he skipped to it.
He used to do it with fans that paid his wages at football clubs. He had no respect for him, and now he's doing it with Grosvenor.
I can't believe that.
It's sad to say.
Stick up for yourself.
That's a jab. We went straight onto that there.
Grosvenor, the incredible Grosvenor Sport, double the odds for new sign-ups with your first £10 bet. Sign up at gsport.com/open goal.
Unbelievable. Straight
Second
to
best at doing
Tynecastle.
that, so yeah.
Who's best?
Slaney's the best.
Oh, he's a man.
I'm good at
Get going then. Cover it and see if you can remember what it is.
Do it properly though.
Right, go.
Go for it.
Look at the camera. Give the camera a look.
No. I'm just trying to remember it. Yeah, it's first £10 bet when you sign up at G Sport.
No. You've missed a bit.
No, come
No,
on.
sorry.
Do it right.
No.
Do it right, go.
Sign up
yourself
at G Sport.
No. That's last. That's the last thing.
When you sign up,
Double the odds.
Double the odds at Grosvenor Sport when you sign up at gsport.com.
No.
Come on,
You're missing.
I need to see it.
You're missing a big bit.
Go.
No,
I want you. You're the best at it.
I'll do it at the end, Faddy.
Go, you're the best.
It's done, it's long
You're the
gone.
best at it.
Come on.
It's long gone.
It's a double shot for the Grosvenor.
He's got a win, fuck that. We
They-
need
they-
You've
the
not
way
left your
you-
win in the motor.
No.
Big
I know
Charlie,
some
innit?
people are doing that.
So, thank you, Faddy. Thank you.
No, but
You don't want anybody to want to look at your patch, do you?
No, wait a minute. Do it the way you normally do it, where we're just talking
Aye,
and
you
you go,
shout it.
wait a minute.
It's wait, that moment's past.
Is it a must? Say, ask if it's a must win at Tynecastle. Is that?
Is it? No, but genuinely, is it a must win for Hearts because you don't want that feeling of somebody winning the league at their patch?
Oh, of course I'll know. Absolutely, but you just
Have you never
the
had
vein of
that?
form that but somebody coming into your
When the league
your
at your
impact
stadium.
to oh you
Motor
would take
comes
that.
into his impact and takes.
Aye.
Some
I think the
says
two
it.
yours are sitting in a wet patch, you know.
My arse is soaking as yours.
I'm
But down to my
soaking
arse now.
everywhere.
My
I'm just
eye-
ringing. You
I
can
felt
ring
it
you.
right down there.
Aye.
That bit in
You've
your
got-
arse.
It's
You've got a
everywhere.
wee bit worse since the
But that's
Governor
my
bit, have you?
youngsters were there. Back in the heat, I know.
Right, can you say anything other than a Celtic victory at Tynecastle?
No, I'm just in a good place at the minute, even after the win in the semi-final. Aye, I can only see one win, honestly. They're finding their feet, obviously, under Naismith and that. And last game was great, but then it was Ross County. Ross County weren't quite at it as well, for whatever reason. But Celtic find a way. If they hit top form, they'll scalp them. There you go, I'll tell you that. But they don't need to be at the top of their game to win games. Even that on Sunday just shows you defensively. I mean, they're at it. You always think of Celtic, didn't you? Free-flowing football, at it, on the front foot. When they need to defend, they defend, by the way. So credit to them. But I only see one winner.
If you're Stephen Naismith, how do you go about this? Because Robbie Nielsen tried to go against Celtic, didn't he, and got beat. He tried to sit in at times and got criticised. Stephen Naismith going for third, does he need to go and have a go at Celtic?
I think that's what he's said. He's no specifically for this game, but since he's taken it out, it's been working on attacking play and getting the ball forward. Not as quick as you can, but playing it forward quicker. I think if you play it forward, you don't have control of the ball or a wee bit of composure in midfield or at the back, then it could just be waves of attack. It's well and good doing it against Ross County, who were wide open. But you're coming up against a team that they'll be motivated. It won't be a case of switching off. They'll be motivated to go and win the game, as they always are. Win it as quick as they can. So it's a different game. The only thing is, I think all the talk's been about, Celtic will win the league at Tynecastle. So it allows Hearts to maybe fly under the radar a wee bit. Use that as motivation to say, look, we're not here to be part of a title party. We want to go and win the game. So I think tactics are a big thing, but the players, I think, are the biggest. How they go and
Get your best players
it.
on the park. Do the basics well, and you'll need to ride your luck a wee bit.
I feel
Yeah, right too.
Just need to ride your luck a wee bit.
Oh,
It just
right.
takes it too far,
I'll
doesn't
wait
it?
a minute,
It always goes, yeah.
What have you got planned if Celtic? What's the Slane's got planned if Celtic
Oh,
win the?
Can you believe they two left me? Can you take me in that game?
I know,
I'm
that's
still trying to
it.
get out of my heat.
Well, the next Tuddle be back if Celtic win the league.
Aye, just me and my dad this time, but I think just 2 hours doing it.
Just banging into each other.
I get slaughtered for the family all day. Paul, we don't mind jokes, not about that threesome part where your dad can't last. I get crucified for that. Because I went a line with it. I was like, me and my dad, they have them.
Could Hearts take any Hart that Carter Vickers will be missing? Hart and Hart.
100% saying I've heard Naismith fucking the real deal. I won't tell you who my source is. No Andy. No Andy. I know a few people I'm close in it, Heart, say he's the real deal. And he is. It's me looking at it, this is just me watching it, does go a bit more direct. So Celtic might struggle if they're going to high press and that ball's coming their side. Could play into Hearts' hands, and could that be a big upset?
Got paced into with Janelli in the wide areas.
There you go.
Has he played him up front now?
He's been playing.
Would you play more direct against Celtic? So I know you like playing out in that, but would you look to go up slightly more direct if a team is good? It's because look at Man City v Arsenal.
St Mirren done it, didn't they, and got a result against them. Rangers done it one game.
If you've got the
got
players
a draw
to do
with
that.
Callan, remember Juranovic, that game they went quite direct, didn't they?
I think that's Celtic want you to try and play.
Look at
They
Arsenal.
squeeze the game, they get up to the halfway line and they try and force you into mistakes. More often than not, they make the opposition make mistakes. But I think that is the one where Carter Vickers been missing. You lose it obviously loads because he's been brilliant this season. But I think Starfelt on that right side, Kobayashi will come in on the left side. Starfelt's quick, so I think it's the way to go and try and hurt them. Yeah. If you've got the ball, don't be trying to force it into areas. Be brave on the ball, but turn it up the sides.
Try to convince the players to buy into that you're going to go a wee bit longer. You're going to fight for maybe second balls at times and all that, because they all want to play nowadays, don't they? All go around the head. We want to play this sort of football. You know, but have they got the physicality up top? Is it boy
Humphreys?
Humphreys maybe could go up there, and you know, you've got to try different things, haven't you? If it's no work before,
Shanklin got a hat trick last time. Do you know?
So
yeah, he did.
Brilliant for you. So how you remember that's outstanding. And that, a genius at work him at times, isn't he?
Ports in motion.
I mean, I talk about Guardiola, and I've said it. Tried to say it a few times a minute ago.
Oh, by the way, there's a.
I'll try to say it another minute.
There's a good one, and you want me to wait. What about Allardyce?
Saying he's better than. I thought he was talking about flirting. When he says it must be about Shaggy. Anyway, I couldn't believe he was talking about Fitmore.
My God.
I seen the F and I said,
He's up there with it.
It can't be football, by the way. How can he say Guardiola, Klopp, all that? Come on,
I think that's bad. Stephen Ireland said he was better than Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard.
They're on something down there, aren't they? Oh man, they're popping some pulls down there, man. They're laughing up.
I know, but the Stephen Ireland one was quite funny actually. But he did explain that when he played against them, he was doing a Q&A. And he says, who's the best player you've played against? He says, well, it's tough to say the best player because you think of Gerrard, Lampard and Scholes. He says, but I always done well against them, they never get the better of me.
But somebody's put his record up against 6 players that he's been spanked every time.
But, so that didn't end well. I think with Big Sam, he's always said that. He said it for years, I'm as good as anybody. It's just that he's worked at maybe unfashionable clubs or certainly not the bigger clubs. So I don't mind it. I don't think it's. I'm definitely the best. It's just
he was deadly serious.
He was being serious. But if you don't believe you're capable and you're good,
I think you can see that if you've managed at that level with 8 players, and he's not managed at a low level, but you always think Allardyce is coming in. No, that's what I'm saying. He's no managed at that. So that's a different thing altogether. It's a different thing altogether to go and manage the players with the egos and what they've got at the top level. He's managed maybe the guys and he's got the best out of boys that are maybe not the top players. I know there was a time, was it Bolton? He had some really good players. But I just think it's I think it's to come out and start saying that, you know, you're up in that kind of.
I don't know if it just meant in the Premier League. As soon as you say that there, I know you can't believe it, but he's basically, people think he's Sam. The players you've mentioned there, Sam Allardyce, long ball, horrible good style,
but he's good.
But you get the best out of a Kocha, Djorkaeff.
I don't know, but they say you're as good as they guys. Come on,
man. I think you need to have a wee bit of belief.
No, I get that, but come out and
say you're a really good coach and a good manager.
No, hopeless.
No, you don't. You don't. Or else you're going to do it.
Come out and say you're a good. I believe him, but then say you're up there. Exactly. Why would you need to put yourself up with it?
No, I know. I'm not. I'm not saying that Sam Allardyce is above any of them, but
you don't put yourself in the same bracket as them. Now, with it, he's had a good career and he does what he's good at. You know, is keeping teams in the league. He's got a certain style. But then he came out that yesterday. I don't know. He's certainly a talking point in that one.
Here, how wet are you feeling now?
I'm so
soaking. I'm roasting and all, but I'm looking at this half of his sweat patches.
Why don't we do it Clays after day?
That'd be good, wouldn't it? That would be good.
We need to get a bit of colour.
We should do a nature podcast soon, shouldn't we?
What?
No.
Aye.
Out in the wild.
Aye.
Would you definitely do this?
No camping.
A camper van company messaged me saying that they would give us one if we wanted to go away.
Right, let's plan this route then. So we get in the camper van. See, we meet here on the
We need to meet at his house.
We meet you at Root,
Chop down that tree.
Route
Meet at your
500.
house, chop down that tree.
Road trip to Bologna.
Wow.
Aye, but we'll chop your neighbour's tree down.
Oh, where is he going this summer? Juve?
Fuck off.
AC Milan. Road trip to Milan. He's got a Juve or AC Milan this summer.
No, just go somewhere nice, hot, warm.
No Bologna then.
Nice vineyard.
Don't go to Bologna.
No.
Begin in May because it just rains.
Right, we'll plan a road trip.
Right, where do you plan it then?
We'll meet at yours, right? We'll fuck down the neighbour's tree. So then we drive away for your neighbours. Then
We'll pick your dad.
we'll get my dad. He'll be the side of the bag. Went Eddie said. Need to wrestle with him to get it off him. Where do we
Gave
go?
us a lot of thought, didn't you?
No, but this is where your heels need to come into it.
Well, you're planning the route.
I've
We need
just
to be
told you, we're going for Derek's house to Bologna.
Is that realistic? We can get a trip to that before the end of the season.
We've got.
Wouldn't he set half an hour to get to Bologna before the end of the season?
You've got to get permission for
Mate, I'm going to
wives
find
and that. You know what I mean?
I'm going to find.
Do you know what I find extraordinary? That we'd be away for a week and he's got a coaching academy. He would just leave the kids for that week.
Oh,
You're coming
poor.
early.
That's
I'm showing him.
That's poor. He'll
He'll
charge him £60 a month and he'll get another wee coach to come and take him. Poor.
He volunteer.
Have you want to do that then?
No, they'll be in their camper van behind us. They'll come to watch.
If that's the type of
You just keep talking because what I'm going to do is type in how long it is on car to get to Bologna.
How is
Don't
on
take
car?
that in because it will knock it off. That
How is
didn't make
on
any
car?
sense.
How long is the journey in car?
In car.
In car.
You know you can write a full sentence.
are you
You
alright
don't
getting through
need to...
tunnels and all that? You've got that tunnel to get through. And you
like
get the
tunnels.
ferry, what you doing? Tunny?
Right, listen.
Right,
We'll
come on.
just get it on. Let them two sort this out, alright?
Right, we'll do this next Thursday. Bologna next Thursday.
Right, Derek, get ready to take your clothes off because we're going to talk about Rangers.
Oh,
What, is the season as good as over? What's your
Aye.
optimism
Aye,
going
it was
forward
just-
with the club?
just Groundhog Day, wasn't it? Last week. Same old, in terms of can't find the back of the net, got opportunities and defensively. I mean, you probably spoke about it earlier in the week. Switching off, Tav, Barrett. I always say about Barrett, it's the two of them. As good as they are, good foot, and they're good football players, I'm not saying that, but it's just the same mistakes all the time. Or no mistakes, just switching off at a crucial time.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, and you can't coach that now. I just think it's something you've either got in you or you've no. Because they must go through that video analysis and that and go, look, this is you're going to be, look for where the attack player is, a wee kind of side on, a wee check, a wee scan and all that. But for it to happen time and time again, oh my God, it's unbelievable. But
that's where you've got to feel sorry for a manager because there's no doubt that he said to them, that ball's on that side of the pitch, open your body up and see what
So again, it's down to players, and that's why there's got to be a change of players, because it's the same thing
mistakes.
that's just happening all the time. So as
But that one, I think it's because they thought it was a foul. And I know you need to play on, but every one of them stopped expecting a foul,
Do you think it's
which is...
and
you
that's the
can't-
difference.
You can't tell
When
me
you
as a
see
manager.
it, how there's about 4, 5 Rangers players switch off, what does Maeda do? Boom, he's on it in a flash. You know, and that's the difference. And the big moments, those moments.
No, just him, Jota as well. As soon as Maeda goes,
That's
he's
what I'm
in.
saying. But the
He's
way
in, and it's a brilliant
he's
toss,
on
by
it in
the
a
way.
flash, and he's touch, and he knows where he's putting it. He's on the move.
Well,
So-
we asked on the fans forum, Derek, how many of the starting lineup would you keep?
Oh, you keep, and I know I keep saying because of how good he is, I'd find somewhere just a wee bit further forward for Tavernier. So you keep him Tav,
Up front.
the captain, the midfield. No, but if you could find some position just that wee bit further forward, go to a back three. I don't know. That's up to a manager. You solve that. You've got to come up with the goods. But
But you
what a
keep him.
geezy got? What
you
a
keep him,
geezy
of course you
going
do.
forward. He's got great delivery, scores goals, free kicks. Sometimes he can get you out of jail, but at times
But that's a
defensively.
big part of it, though. He's got great delivery, but if you've got players in there that either can't finish or can't go and end it, then
Aye, and that was it.
he gets the blame for it.
So that's a problem, because there were all, and you will, because I was even my dad on the Monday and the Tuesday were talking about Tam, but that's when a Sakala gets you out of jail. That's when a Morelos comes up with a wee bit of magic, or Kent, with the two of them. The two of them back in the day, they get a slap coming off the back.
But
So they went-
see before
they
as
get a
well,
slap.
and this will suit you and you. When Tavernier was like flying and everybody's like he's the best,
But
you had Davis and Jack or Kamara slotting
Slotting
in,
in,
so
yeah.
allow because
They were brilliant at
he's
it, weren't they?
better at getting up there, getting in at the back post, getting crosses, scoring goals. They'd just slot her as a midfielder and say, he's away, I need to make sure that if we lose it, we're here to win it back.
I think I've mentioned that before, and that's how when you've got a guy like Jack, just sitting in front of a back four, when you had this Steve Davis there, that they're good at recognise, they know that their strength is going for. So as a team player, you go on, you go. That's what I tried to do when I played away back in the day. I used to know guys that was going to win me a game of football. Would I do the bit going back the way to help them out? Of course I would. Because as long as it's going to win you a game of football.
Because you weren't a specialist. Nowadays it's you're a CDM, you're a whatever.
So you know your role in the team.
If he goes, I'm sitting. If he goes, I'm going to tuck her. He's coming in, and
so we need to find.
You slot her.
So see on that, if Beale knows he's got 2 attacking fullbacks, it's going to play that. Is he playing too many attacking players in the middle of the pitch?
It's a good point, because that's how you're thinking, like a Davis or a Jack, that type of player. But the day, and it's like, I don't know, back in the day, I'm trying to think, Lennon, would he have done that with Celtic? He was
Lambert
clever at that. Lambert, although Barry could do the other side of it as well, but he was good at recognising at times just to sit in, let players go.
But it's more in the box, and it doesn't matter if they're covering or not, it's more in the box. Tavernier still needs to be able to defend. Do you know what I mean? And the areas, they doesn't cover when if he's going forward, but when it goes in the box, you can't be asking a centre mid to come and knock your man through.
He needs to go.
No, but that one's the off switch off. Tavernier and Barisic absolutely take the blame, because Barisic doesn't stop the cross. Tavernier switches off. Goulson, Davies, Raskin, I think Lundstrom's in there. They all switch off. It's no just they two. They're the last line that take the biggest stick. They all switch off. Raskin knows he's fouled him and he's waiting for the whistle. Just go and boot the ball away before he blows the whistle. Lundstrom, Davies, just go and boot it away.
It's a bomb scare.
So they two will get the stick, and because it's a theme and it happens with Mason and Barisic's side, it happens, and that's where the goal is scored. There's so much more they could do to stop it.
I'm going to ask you here, and I'm going to ask you all actually, right? And I know Celtic, I mean, we've got a massive edge here. What's going on down there?
I think your dad's doing there again.
It's only when you talk.
Why should you just done that when I started?
You got a bogey?
On you go.
Feel it coming down. Just pick it. Is it visible there? No, visible yet.
No, it's down there.
Why did she need to do that? She started singing.
No, it's came.
Is it there?
It's down there.
Just.
Is it there?
No, they're winding you up.
See?
Do you want a tissue?
Game's a bogey, man.
No.
Right, where are you going to ask? Going?
Don't like that at all.
Clever by that.
Yes, Faddy, go and tell
her. There's a way to sort them out, Fad.
All right.
Yeah, lager tops.
Right, come on, me man.
Is that your definition of being off it?
I'm going to ask.
Tops is like a full pint. Not even a shandy.
I'm wearing Finn.
Sorry, mate. There you go. Saved up all the good points on Monday, didn't you?
Right, here. I'm going to ask you this, right?
Oh, can't wait.
Because this is a big one, and it's a real big one, and let me just say, I'm playing devil's advocate slightly. Watching the last few Old Firm games, is the gap that big? Because if you look at that setting, Celtic have got a massive edge in Rangers because they're winning all the games, right? But on the game itself, we talk about Celtic great defensively, right? No great defensively, it's Sakala missing for 2 yards. That goes to one each. No, I know it's ifs and buts, but is there a big gap there?
Do you want what I'm going to say?
Results, but performances.
I would say forget the gap, and there needs a turnover of players. People are talking about, do we need to have 10, 11, 12 new players coming? I think so now. I think that's going to happen. Because they players, it's evident over the last 4 or 5 games, it's the same things that happen. So you need a change of players for me. So it is. But Rangers were in the game. You know what I mean? And it was, but it's the same outcome. That's how I say it to you. And it's like, you've got to find a way of beating your biggest rival. And we're struggling at the minute to do that.
But see, on his point, will Ange be worried that Celtic haven't been at kind of their free-flowing best against Rangers in the last 3 or 4 games?
I think a wee bit. I think he would expect better than what they've shown. Of course he would.
In terms of performance,
Would you not think so?
Then I look at
worried about it.
Not worried, but you'll think he needs more players, better players.
I think he would always do that anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't see. I mean, looking at Celtic starting 11, who are you taking out of that team? Because everybody's very, very strong in their position. And you're right, because maybe if he is worried, he maybe thinks that's what we need to do. But I can't.
Because they're going to face better teams than Rangers in the Champions League,
Europe,
who will take the chances that Rangers haven't taken.
Aye, so you maybe the ones that have been doing well in the positions might need to.
That's a worry.
But where do you strengthen?
That's a worry that
That's the thing.
I know.
How do you look at it straight away?
It would just be, can you get a better quality a player in there? I don't know. In the middle of the park, Celtic.
I think there needs to be big numbers. I think like one or two top. I know it's going to be hard to get top quality, but
that's how you look. That's how you look at Rangers.
Need to pick them in. You need to bring them in. Who are you bringing in? What position you looking at?
Players.
The O'Reilly one maybe? Because you're not changing McGregor and Tati. Or Maida, or Kyogo, or Jota.
I don't know about Maida. I think you maybe need a bit quality.
He on the ball.
Aye, but it's not about, that's no the only reason he's in the team. His work rate is incredible. He's on the ball.
So
I think
how come they didn't dominate Rangers then?
It's a hard game. There's no
but they'll come up against harder games is what I'm saying. Like, they don't want to do well in Europe and stuff like that.
Aye, they'll come up against better teams.
Yeah.
But it's when it comes to the A games, it's all games are about winning, but it's all about winning that game. And because it's a derby, there's going to be times where Rangers have their spells in the game. Look, I think him as a manager is always wanting to improve. You always want to bring them in, but I'm just saying there's no obvious position where you say go out and get a left winger, transforms the team. You bring people in for competition to make it better, but there's no obvious position for me where you go, that needs strength.
For Rangers, they've been better tactically. They've curtailed Celtic to a certain point, but it's about players. It's about having that quality. That quality stopped them. Celtic scoring and that quality up front.
I think it's belief.
So it becomes down to players. But tactically, they've been better. They have been better.
Belief's a big part. You're saying about the gap. Celtic are a better team. Rangers have shown they can affect Celtic. They can control the ball. They can get into good positions. I think for me in the first half, towards as the end, the first half's coming to an end, it looked to me like they didn't believe they could win the game, and that's your mentality's one of the biggest parts of the game.
Is that down to the manager that has to change it, or the players?
The manager can only. He can only do so much, but I would say the way Celtic play, they don't stop, fast restarts, all that, it comes from the manager. So that mentality is, you can tell them, the players about it. You can work with it every day, and when you get results, the belief grows. Rangers are coming away saying, right, we've done well here. We've stopped them playing the way that they normally play. We've lost again. We've no won. So
it's doing it in that under that pressure, that atmosphere. That's when you've got to deliver, and that's where the Rangers players, my opinion, are coming up short.
Because that's a must win.
How you need a turner.
That's a must win game. Obviously, a semi-final against your rivals. That's a must win.
So is it just the pressure of the Rangers game? Because you think Celtic playing Real Madrid at home, Celtic probably played better in terms of performance at home at Real Madrid than they do against Rangers in terms of
hitting the post and some of the chances you missed.
So could it just be the pressure of their games?
You've always heard it's hard to play your best football at the game. I'm sure it was Andy that said that. It's just non-stop and.
How would he know? He sat and watched.
I don't know. He's piped up a bit.
See the pressure. See the pressure. Sorry, I'll come in because.
Thank God you did. I didn't know I was going.
Getting back to the young boys last night. You watched that game and they were going at hammer and tong. They're all cramped up and all that. That's not just because it's a fiddle. It's the adrenaline inside these big games, and you know you're under pressure. You go to win it. It takes a hell of a lot out of you, and that's where an ordinary fan sometimes they'll not understand that. It takes because it's on your mind constant, big game, go to win. That takes a lot out of you.
So would you say that in terms of players, that the Rangers game would be more pressure on you than a Champions League game?
Aye.
I think so.
There's no real expectations in the Champions League.
Champions League's, I would say, different because I'm not saying you don't look forward to the games, but if you go and play, you're playing the big team, you just want to go and play and show how good you are and be free, and the pressure of losing's not as big because know that you're not expected to win, but you're allowed to have that excuse of, well, we're playing against Liverpool, we're playing against Napoli, whereas if you go into a semi-final against Celtic, doesn't matter. We with chances, we played the best, doesn't matter, you lost. So there is a different pressure on that, and ultimately when it comes down to it, both teams are judged on how they do domestically. Do they win the league? If they don't win the league, can you win a cup? And if you come away and you've no won anything, then it's a terrible season.
I was talking rubbish about that one where Celtic don't play you don't play well in the game. Celtic just 3-0.
He's worried that he's going to get he's worried he's going to get messages.
No, the last few they've not played as well.
Turn your notifications off, mate, you'll be fine.
For the 90 minutes, but
By the way, massive news coming.
I'm so happy that we've got an expert on youth football. A guy who's got his own academy here. Because what do you make the fact that the academy director?
So Craig Mulholland and Andy Dickinson. Who was the other boy? Craig Bisgrove? Stuart Bisgrove? Who was it? Was it Bisgrove that left last week?
No.
Remember Bisgrove?
No, Stuart Robertson. Bisgrove took the job.
Bisgrove.
Is it Grove? Bisgrove. I know. It does. I think that I could be wrong here, but do you think maybe Beale's influenced in that, especially when it comes down to Craig Mulholland, who's involved with bringing the players through, who's got a massive say at the club. I imagine, and Beale's probably known him from, obviously knows him previously when he was there. He maybe seen how things were coming through. Is there enough players coming through?
Well, there's no, isn't there? Well, let's be honest. If you look at it, they've not produced anywhere near enough players.
And he's the only one. And I think you look at a size of club like Rangers, it should be a lot more players coming through. I know they can bring players in for like 5 million.
Mulholland, I think he's done an okay job. That's it. Okay. There should be more players coming through, in my opinion. Plus, again, I look at I've said this before, I think, on here. I think you look at the academy, there should be a hell of a lot more of the ex-Rangers players. Like, I've said it, the Charlie Millers, the Gordon's Juries. All you guys, Celtic did, didn't they?
No.
It's a great, I think it's healthy. I think for some reason he was kind of reluctant to do that. Don't get it. I don't understand why.
Well, you look
why
at Celtic, Darnell
Day,
McManus,
they've done the 20s.
Aye.
But that's the way it should be. I like that.
Yeah.
I think
Motherwell done the same, didn't they?
Aye,
and I'm not saying they're better coaches than what the because there's some guys that have not played, obviously, at a high level. Maybe some of them not even played. They're fantastic coaches. Yeah. But sometimes it's good to have somebody that's been there, done it. You have that insight.
It's different coming through at Celtic Rangers as it is to coming through at Motherwell.
Why is that? Because of the mentality?
Aye, it's different. It's different. You're always chasing somebody. Celtic Rangers, you're chased. You're the best. And you're told you're the best for a young age. So you're always being chased. So, like, you look at Rangers, because we're on it, they've brought through Leon King, who's actually come in and done well at times. Nowhere near it now. Alex Lowry, everybody watching him thinking, why is he not getting a run of game? Well, he's not playing because the manager doesn't think he's a good player. There must be a reason why he's not playing. So the players they're there to be produced. When they get to that stage where it's now first team, it's no easy. If you go into when I came through at Motherwell, play 10 games, I'd have one good one. Everybody thought it was brilliant. 9 of them I was terrible.
But you wouldn't get the chat.
But you're playing because you need to get in and you need to go and make mistakes. You can't make mistakes. You come through because there's players ahead of you that are much better. So you're not afforded that. Yeah. So it is different coming through there.
See, you said about ex-players and that. Like we had Tommy. It's not his sessions that you remember.
Aye.
It's what
it's the coming the wee one-to-ones and all that as well.
The mentality you needed to go and play for Celtic and Rangers. He knew that.
As much as putting on a great session, you know that everybody walks away and goes, "I great." Sometimes it's that they just see something, come out, they chat to you, they put you at ease, they give you confidence. That's what they do.
See, when you're a pro youth player at any club, you're a good player.
You've got ability.
It's your attitude and what you're taught after your coaches. To dedicate yourself to go and make it. Celtic Rangers, I say that, generally have the best players in the country. So they are good players. Would they develop then the mentality to go and play? So Tommy Burns was a brilliant coach, but he was a brilliant guy and he taught you the things you needed to know. For me, coming through, Mickey Weir was my under-18s coach. Spoke about him loads. He was brilliant because it was about attitude, dedication, sacrifice. No so much. I don't remember too much about the technical side. Your attitude and your mentality has to be spot on to make it. It's not all about ability, and that I don't know if that's an issue, but it goes back to the point where if you've got a player that's done it, that's come through that system, that's got into the first team, they know how to do it. Yeah. So they can help you.
I went in and done a wee bit of work with Mickey Weir in some of the academies. It was with Shores as a red card, and that's the one thing I love. We went in, it was Hearts, we went into up to Lennoxtown. We were up there at Rangers as well. Who else were we doing at St Mirren? Lovely guy. Seen me come in. It was they don't blank you, come up, thanks for coming, shake your hand, just that wee welcome and all that. So you can see right away that they're taught. It's not just about being the player. It's about
you as a person.
The right person.
Do you feel bad that you got back show races and the red card shut down?
Oh, they're still going.
Oh, they're still going? How are you doing it then?
Because after COVID and all that, I've kind of, and I'm...
You're going to schools, weren't you?
I mean, I walk into a class, they're going, who's that old baldy guy standing there? No, I mean, they must be going, I'm getting an age, so sometimes I think they're better with the... That was Mickey Weir, we've been in. I think Mickey's come away from the classroom stuff as well. I think sometimes you need the kind of younger guys to come in. You know,
it's a different world now as well, isn't it? So
it is.
What makes Dave the same? He would tell me stuff. You take it, and then you went and watched the actual games that he'd played for Celtic, and you forgot everything that he ever told you after seeing him.
Harsh that. A guy give boys time for the boys.
That's what his players do.
By the way, I'll tell you, the Dons will be fancying
us. But where are these two going? Supposedly going to work for Wild?
Boca. One's got to Boca, one's got to Wildfly. Boca when I'm doing the drain even further. So, by the way, I'm going to go into the Dons. I think Aberdeen will fancy a victory here. I think Rangers could be the next few weeks could be tough. Especially if there's lots of them all leaving and all that. I know people go, they're playing for getting moves and that.
But they'll know by now what's happening with their
future. They'll know by
now.
And I think it'll be really tough. And I think you should maybe start to look at, I know people say put the kids in, but I would maybe start looking at some players that maybe come through instead of they playing your Ryan Kents and Morelos that are going to be a waste of time. They guys, because see Ryan Kent maybe had a wee injury or no. If he didn't, he was a disgrace in Sunday, because I look at Arfield, who's not had a sniff under Bill. He came on and gave everything, and he's leaving in the summer as well, I think.
So where did that relationship go that Kent has got with Bill, and he goes on and gives you that?
And I hope for him it was an injury.
Well, there's the other point then. So if he was injured, did we not learn lessons the last time out against Celtic? When we had a couple of the boys injured, a couple of the players. Was it Tillman was struggling, Lundstrom was struggling. And you can't afford to do that against Celtic. So if he was struggling a wee bit with injury, don't play him. But if he was fit, and that's what he's given, and that's to the manager, because surely Bill...
Surely Bill sat
down with the two of them, Morelos and Kent, and says, listen, this is my last hurrah. At least go out in a high, geese everything you go and sit with them. If you're not up for it, tell me right now, because I'll get the other boys and I'll bring them in and play. And I just, for Kent to do that, because we hear that he's had that, he's known him since he was, 14? And that was, that's his pipe back.
No, I think he was unfit. And I think if you play him, you need to win. Because if you lose, people are going to say, he wasn't fit, shouldn't have played him. If you don't play him, you need to win. Because then if people are saying, well, if he's fit enough to be on the bench, just start him, take a half an hour, good half an hour. He is a player that can produce. He doesn't do it often enough. And he was miles behind, but I thought Alison Johnson was
a few weeks ago.
Remember
we said about the stats?
And he was the last game as well. Kent scored the last game when he was fit against Johnson.
He was really aggressive, strong. The ball went in behind. Johnson beat him the race. And see when you rely on pace and you can't beat the man. What does that feel like?
But even his decision making, the one he's running back to his goal, he's trying to fucking step here and beat somebody.
For me, it was
nearly break through.
So he's not fit, you don't play him.
But you know, I think it's worth taking a risk with a player that's unpredictable.
Because he's one of the better players. But then the onus should still be on the player as well to say, I'm not fit enough, Gaffer. I can't produce this. I can't go at full tilt.
I'll be interested to see.
But you don't know, because if you're training, I don't know how intensive training is. You can get through training and you're not kidding yourself on, but you're going, I feel good here, I'm ready to go into a game of that magnitude, the speed.
You've got to,
you can't train to be ready for that, having been out for a number of weeks. So, the criticism comes when you lose a game, but I think it's worth the risk.
Yeah.
Playing a guy like that, it just didn't work.
Well, see, on your point, here's one for you. If you're Michael Beale, does the points that you finish behind Celtic matter? So you said about playing the kids, but what happens if you end up finishing and you're getting criticised with your 10 points?
It does matter.
That's why I think you'll play the kids.
Do you think it does matter?
That's the difficult. I think so.
It is.
Even fans, it does, mate.
No, but even if people know that you're doing this for the future and you're doing this for next season.
Even when you're going to sign players, where did you find it? Oh, we were 11 points
so last season. Play the kids. What kids? What
I know
ones?
That's what I'm saying.
Play the kids under 13s.
You just don't give them a game just for the sake of it.
You should never be rewarded.
They've got to be one good enough and deserve that opportunity. And there we're talking about the boy Lovelace last night. I know he gets sent off and all that. But it looked as if he's got a wee bit about him, didn't he?
Yes.
I forgot they didn't watch the game.
No, I watched it. Lovelace is fucking brilliant. He's a real deal, that boy.
Tell you what, we've spent a lot more time on the Youth Cup final than we do in any other team apart from Celtic Rangers.
But it'll be very interesting
to see his team,
to see how it's going to go.
Will you see Ryan Kent? Will you see Morelos again for the end of the season? I'll say no.
No.
I don't think so.
What's your options?
Matondo.
The guys that are under
Or
contract.
Sakala through the middle, maybe.
I see him again.
Matondo left.
No, mate, Sakala had one of the probably the worst 20 minutes in football.
I know, but you know he's going to give his absolute what, do you know what I mean?
He missed that, but don't go. Then he hit a shot, it hit the corner flag, and then he fucked man out with his
Play
left
inside
foot.
the box.
Mate, it's the worst 20
Not
minutes
enough
I've
for a
seen.
throw in.
Is that throwing it? Go get.
The guys that are under contract that are still going to be there, that's who's going to play.
What about Arfield? Would you keep him? Is he definitely? As you saying, he's definitely.
He's got a contract, so and he's not played under him, so you would imagine he's not going.
But there's one guy you can trust. He'll go, and you've already says it.
He gave it.
You know what he's going to do. He's that type of boy. You know, he's a good player. He can. He's a wee bit different. He gives you everything, but he probably no be there.
He'll got Aberdeen of Hearts. Hibs would take Arfield in a minute now.
I would
still got a lot.
He's a good player. He gets, like, you look at him and the stuff that catches his eyes, his timing, his runs, and his intelligence, but he's even just his quality on the ball, when to play one touch, when to, take his thing out of the game.
Yeah.
I think he's a very good
Play
player.
a coach somewhere, even if he's
guy
thinking in that route as well. Made to measure.
Yeah.
So
He likes his music, doesn't he?
He
Just
loves
keep
his
playing.
music.
It'd be good to get him on after the season's done.
I think he would come on, Scott. Yeah.
And me and him can jam together.
You and him jamming.
I like to can jam together. See how we feel.
Hannah's ideas in there, isn't you? You don't join
Everything but football. He wants to travel, food, music.
You don't join this.
I will be.
Do you think
If I get any
Arfield will come
cash, no, mate. No, if not getting any cash. Arfield come, so he could bring them the guitar, couldn't he?
On the how
No,
on the road
no, seriously, for I don't want any incomers, newcomers coming in. Here.
Like
It's like,
Solo
I'll give you
plays
a
the guitar
tenner
or
here.
not?
Anybody gets how long is it from here to belong you in a car? How long? I'll give you
What, miles as in or
No,
times? Hours. I'll say. What are you?
13 and a half.
No, it's not that.
I was going to say 18.
It looks like he's lost his tenner, mate. He's raging.
No, I love this. I'm smart.
What did you say?
I'm smart. You
13,
googled it, you stupid
13
bastard.
I did.
I love that. I'm smarter than you.
7 into the...
Who's driving the motor, by the way?
I'm
not
on a
driving
gear
that. I'm driving it.
I'm on a gear stick.
And then...
Constantly changing gear. Why is it gear
It's,
sitting in that?
No, feast in
Why
it.
is it only
Aye,
2?
'cause you've
No,
got
what's that? Why is it only 3
So
and
I
5
thought
when you
you
use
came
it?
through for the top and just across.
I don't know.
13 and a
I
half.
just know in the plane there's hundreds of mountains you go to go. So
How long does it take on the
we get
plane?
stuck-
How long's it on the plane?
2 hours 20.
I haven't seen 18 hours.
What are you hitting?
20 hours.
Actually, 22.
22 hours. Fuck off.
Yes,
Tenner.
Elbow!
Tenner.
22 hours.
Tenner.
Maybe get stuck up the mountains.
No, my time's diverted as running.
Many petrol stops.
So it's
Well,
going-
I went for no petrol stops going 120 mile an hour. Not even getting on the boat, just right out of the water.
Before we go into the football,
Right.
if we leave next Wednesday at midnight, we can do the show.
Well, let's see if you can work this out. If we leave next Wednesday at midnight and it takes 22 hours, what time do I get there at?
We will get there at 10 p.m.
Yay!
So
Relax.
we'll do
Well done, wee boys.
we'll do
Well
the-
done, wee boys.
we'll do the road trip, right? Next.
I'm working next week, mate.
No, you're not.
I am.
He's still got hundreds of
Playoffs,
games to do.
mate.
He's got
What
3
playoffs?
games in the 22 hours.
Just do the games for the van. So we'll leave midnight then. We'll leave next Wednesday
Get you
midnight,
there,
right?
mate. I'll get you there.
Aye.
You fancy doing it?
You do a wee recce, just see how it is, right? And then let us know.
Right, we'll do anyway. On to the Europeans.
Well, it's good link in it because you went from Bologna to Europe.
I should have just done that there instead. They seem I'm not going on to that. So, Si, 5th place this season could find themselves in Europe. Can you believe that?
What?
Yes.
Can you?
Say that again, that was rapid.
Well, 5th place in the league can I can't believe that.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, it's getting hot in here.
I know, there's a puddle underneath here.
Oh my God! No, listen. I was up all night thinking about. I was up all night thinking I can't be in 5th place getting scared in Europe. That is fucking mad.
That's crazy, mate.
Do you know why
That
that is?
happened last year, I know, mate.
Did it?
Your team got in. Motherwell finished 5th
And then
and
Hibs
got in.
and St Mirren, 44 points each.
Who'd you fancy?
You know,
Well,
I fancy
yeah,
St
Monumental
Mirren. I
will
fancy
dive it,
St
aren't
Mirren.
they?
I've not got a table. I fancy St Mirren.
Based on
Aye.
what?
The counter-attacking football side, I love them playing.
Do you think that's more suited for European? St
No,
Mirren's
you're
football's probably more. If you're going to somebody that was
They could win the
going to
Europa League.
do well in Europe for us next year, I think St Mirren's style would suit
They could go
it
far.
more than Hibs.
Aye, they're dogged, didn't they? Determined. Do the basics well. Aye. But I'm not so sure.
They
I'm going, see the way it is, as I can see Hibs just get a wee bit more quality. I think that's the way see the way the table is. I think that's the way it'll finish. Maybe apart from the Livy Motherwell, that might change. But what are you laughing?
Honestly.
I know, I'm trying to get you out of jail, man. Try to speak. I know. What's happening? Sometimes it doesn't work.
The heat stopped.
What happens there?
Too many good ideas, mate. And you just can't get them out.
So, do you fancy Hibs to go and beat St Mirren this weekend?
I do, strangely, and that's because of the evidence watching them last time out against Kelly, who absolutely, I wouldn't say schooled them, but Kelly were really good.
It's a bit of a one-off or something.
But then that's again when it came to we talk about the pressure, big crowds. You were expecting St Mirren to go and win that game, and they just didn't turn up, and it wasn't like them because I saw them before. So sometimes in that wee bit of expectancy, they find it hard. But no, I just think Hibs would just have a wee bit more. They have got a wee bit more quality, I think. You know, I would fancy maybe Hibs.
I'm going to go St Mirren to finish fifth.
Aye. I think St Mirren.
Don't know with
I don't think fourth's guaranteed.
You just
as well
for Hearts.
Don't think it's guaranteed. They'll play each other.
Yeah.
So I think it's good because they can all, finish the season well. I think St Mirren, they'll not play like that again. They'll not play as bad as that again because what they're good at is being organised a team, working hard for each other, being solid defensively and causing teams problems. I think that
even physically they were out battled. I couldn't.
Well, that'll not happen again.
No, I know.
That'll not happen again.
He would crack up.
Yeah, he'll be torn balls this week.
He'll not accept that, wouldn't he?
He'll not. He doesn't like it when you say they're going to struggle, but he'll not like it by tipping his team to get into Europe because that's his motivation. But I think St Mirren have got a good chance of finishing above. Definitely Hibs.
Who are you going to go? I'm going St Mirren.
I think St Mirren, mate. Hibs aren't consistent at all. I know St Mirren, that was a bad result for Kelly, wasn't it? They had that, mate. I've took the wind right out of their sails, that maybe. But I just fancy St Mirren strongly.
Strongly, then?
Aye, it's something about them, so I think they've
St
got firepower.
St Mirren's home games are Hearts. To be fair, they've got 3 away games. Hearts, Rangers last game of the season.
At home?
Aye. And then the away to Hibs.
I might change that.
So if they win at the weekend, they play Hearts at home. Everybody expects Hearts to lose to Celtic. That game they could go above them.
No, wow. That's a great shout by you.
I think there could be an upsetting Tynecastle that weekend.
Just the way.
I'll take that bet with you.
Fernandez is unreal.
He's doing a tenner.
You think there'll be an upset at Tynecastle?
He's doing a tenner already. He's trying to get his money back.
I'll take that. We'll do some
20,
sort of bet.
20 with you.
Right then.
20 quid. I get Hearts in the draw.
You just said you fancy Hearts at Tynecastle.
Come on, Hearts in the draw. You're still.
Right, I'll still give you that.
20 quid.
No, we can't bet money, but we'll do a forfeit.
Joke.
Do a joke?
No, it's a joke. 20 quid.
Oh, right.
We'll do forfeit in the next week, Thursday.
Right, your season not finished?
But I'm employed somewhere else now, aren't
I? Are you employed right now?
No, I'm not actually.
You're at a Fitbar.
Right then, bet.
There you go. 20 quid.
20 quid. Right, the drama at the bottom 6. And it's crazy to think, right, that when he came in, the position they were in, that if Dundee United win this Saturday, I think they're safe.
Do you think that?
With 4 games left to play in the season. Because they play St Johnstone, they'll go ahead of St Johnstone, and I don't think the other 3 teams will.
It's incredible actually because I really didn't see how Dundee United were going to pick up. They were just he was short of confidence himself by looking at it after what happened to Aberdeen when he first went into Dundee. I remember he played Aberdeen, was it his first game or one of his first games, and Aberdeen beat him, was getting mocked with the crowd, and it was a real bad place. I felt really bad for him. But
because they never got that initial bounce, did he?
No. And you were honestly thinking, where are they going to pick? And they have picked up, so Mile, and massive credit to him. And I heard he's fucking right good.
Aye. Every manager's right good, isn't he?
Who would? It's a big weekend for Ross County, isn't it?
Aye.
At home, that is a must win. I think at home to Livingston there.
Aye. I think.
Aye. After that, last time out.
And how Livingston's kind of form is as well now.
Aye.
Perfect opportunity for Ross County.
That's how I'm looking at it too. That kills you, that result. I don't care what you're saying. I know Malky come out and he says it's only that's the second time it's happened this season. It was just this can happen to teams and all that, but that'll take a lot out of them, I think. And confidence is no everything in football, but
I think they need to win for that reason. I think they need to win. If they don't win, they're definitely doing. But if they
get away to Motherwell, so it could still stay 4 points.
And Dundee United, St Johnstone. So if they win and Dundee United win, they're obviously closer to St Johnstone. I know Dundee United go further away. But if they lose a game and Dundee United win, and then Kelly win, you know, that's it. It's a game where they have to win to get something. I know. I think it will have taken a toll on them, but
I think so.
I think Malky speaking after it, I thought he was like level. It wasn't getting carried away or too emotional. I think that because he has experience, he'll be able to get them fired up and put it down to a one-off.
Nah, I think that will take a lot out of them.
But they're good at home.
Wee doubts inside their mind as well, and if they were to go a goal behind like early on and fixture like that, I could just see them. Some of them, they just
see all these teams. Is it Livingston that you'd probably want to play with Ross County just because? No, but the run that they're on and they're safe.
Difficult to play
against. To play for really.
Aye.
I think that's dangerous.
Just because they've got
because you can't go in and think Livingston have got nothing to play for. David Martindale's come out and says a lot of the players will believe and he's getting a new team in. It's dangerous a player to think, are they just going to turn up and not really care? You need to worry about yourself, make sure your nose is open. They need to carry a goal threat. They don't look as if they're going to score, you know, two, 3 goals. And at some points, the last 5 games are going to have to, I think, because of the other teams.
The funny thing when the pressure's off, players just start to go and express themselves, and and then you see them pass people, scale one into the top corner. It's weird. And
it's weird because you see that. It was a few weeks ago, mate, before one of the games. You said something about it was brilliant. It was so true. Seems somebody said go and enjoy yourself, but see when you go out there, what was it? Do you remember that point?
What, to the Air Boys?
Aye, because if somebody goes enjoy yourself, it's almost like it doesn't matter what happens. It's no that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. It was a great because you can see sometimes it can actually go the opposite. See if you get there and the pressure's off and it ends a bit of a shit show sometimes, but it can be the opposite. You be more relaxed. I'm struggling to get to the main point of what the point was.
Sometimes I think, I hope this comes out right. It probably will come out right, but the dafter the boy is, the better they're, because you don't even think about it.
No, mate, believe me, that's not true.
Some of them they just don't even think. That's how a lot of times with the younger boys, they're just excited. They can't wait to get there. They don't feel the pressure. The older you are, I even experienced that myself. You feel that you've got more responsibility. And that heaps a wee bit more, that wee bit of pressure on.
It depends, I think, on the individual as well. Are they looking forward to the season finishing? Are they going, I can't wait for the season to finish?
I could be doing with foot this game.
Or have you got somebody that's gone, I don't want this season to end. I know we've got nothing to play for, but I want to go and finish the season well. So I think it comes down to the individual. Again, led by the manager, he'll not be saying, go and enjoy yourself. He'll be saying, you need to finish the season well, because some of them will be fighting to stay, some of them will be looking at moves. He won't accept players dropping off in training or players not turning up for games. So for me, Ross County need to go and say, right, Livingston are going to turn up and try and finish the season well. They've missed out in top 6, which everybody wants to today, obviously. But they've got a chance to go and cement 7th place, which doesn't sound great, but I think that they'll want to finish the season well, and David Martindale won't allow the players to drop off.
Do you think there's a points tally that'll keep you up? Or is that too hard to say because of each other?
Too hard to say.
I'm going to tip it. I think Kilmarnock go down.
Nah.
Aye, straight down.
Do Kelly play Ross County at home?
I think Ross County will finish second bottom.
If Kelly play Ross County at home, Kelly are safe. They'll go 7 points. That means if they win that game, 7.
I think Kilmarnock will get beat with Motherwell, and I think Ross County will beat Livingston.
Away to Motherwell, home to Livy, home to St Johnstone, away to Dundee United, home to Ross County. Kelly have got 3 home games.
Kelly stay up.
I think Kelly get. I think Kelly will get something out of that game.
At Motherwell?
Based on what I
seen last week.
They were really good. You know, and
that same one away from home and all.
That's that monkey after back, and then you says about the boy Power as well. I don't understand why he wasn't in.
And they get
he's in that Kilmarnock side for a period of time. Oh, I'd always have that type.
I agree.
Especially down that side.
And you can see he's an influence on the rest of the boys round about him.
He's a talker, isn't he?
He leads by example and on. And the young boy as well.
Good luck to all the teams.
Aye,
players.
Really?
It'll be.
You don't want them? You don't bother about them?
If they need luck now, mate, they're fucked up.
There's loads to happen between now and the end of the season.
Loads
to happen. Every week you'll fancy somebody different to go down.
But some people didn't want the split. Hey ho.
No.
Do you like it for this season?
I do. Do you know what? It's turned. I love all this now. They're all playing each other. Don't know how I've never seen that before in the past.
I think because you look at
Because the
seventh can finish above sixth in terms of points.
Game, innit? You don't care what a game looks like, do you know?
Right, come on, Coop. We spoke about the Scottish Cup final already.
Go.
Right, I'll go with... I'm scared to say here because you always say I don't. I'm going to go with you, Dale.
Oh,
because we're in the same.
He said he was his favourite person on here, and now he's picked him for the Coop.
No,
He's done it, Faddy.
I
Do
don't
you
know,
think this is the strongest?
He's not let it go that one time at Tennent's. He's not let it go.
Yeah,
He's blocked me ever since. He'll not do it to my face.
No. Check we're the strongest four in the media, isn't it? Check there's a strongest four in us.
If are in the media's fucked.
Right, anyway, I'm going to tell you ready.
Right, go.
Hearts and Celtic.
Celtic. They'll win that. Aye. Yep.
Motherwell, Kilmarnock.
It's a draw for me. I can see that at one.
By the way, how did your bet go? I know we're in this. How did your bet go? Who did you say for first goal?
Well, see last week,
anytime scorer. No, in the semis. You said Billy Mackay and Inverness.
Aye.
And what was the other one?
I got Jota. Aye.
There you go.
Oh, so Derek got his keeping it. Well done, Derek. Get your quiz off.
Aye, ringing.
Celebrate properly.
How much do you have on it?
I didn't think. I thought you put it on.
No.
You've got too much money, don't you?
Money doesn't bother me, really. I'm not bothered.
That's
Well,
because
you're
you've
not
got
for a couple of pints.
A couple of pints. I thought you're half it.
Your boy plays a ball.
You're not doing well, are you?
No. Couple of beers.
Your boy plays a ball and you're caked. Right, come on.
Right, so one each. Motherwell, Kelly.
Ross County and Livingston.
I'm going to go. There you go. I'm going to go Livingston. Aye, I'm on.
I'm just going to ask
for some. I think that I could see them nicking that.
I'm just going to ask all the games.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
Pick 4, then we'll ask the next 2.
St Johnstone, Dundee United.
Dundee United.
Oh,
They're just on there in a good run. They're
Aye.
feeling good about themselves at the minute.
Rangers, Aberdeen.
That's going to be tight because of how well Aberdeen are doing, but Rangers just get enough. Obviously with the Old Firm game coming up, I know, and after that, so don't know what the crowd will be. I don't think it'll be a full house. Believe it or not.
Do you know? No.
No.
Because they booed the
think
players
that-
after.
I think a few of them will need a wee bit of time off. Do you know that? They regather themselves. So I could see Rangers, but quite a narrow victory to be honest with you.
Is that them all?
I don't think you've done.
Motherwell, Kilmarnock.
Hibs St Mirren.
Mirren.
And I'm going to go, I think Hibs.
Hibs
Hibs are, aye. It'll be a tough game again, but I just think Hibs are, you don't know what you're getting with Hibs.
No.
But when they hit,
They're a decent team.
aye, when they hit the ground running, they're aye, good side. So there you go.
Right, Faddy, 6. St Johnstone, Dundee United.
Dundee United.
Hibs, St Mirren.
It's difficult.
I'm going to go a draw because I'm leaning towards St Mirren, and I expect them to have a reaction, but you just never know. So I'll go a draw.
Hearts, Celtic.
Celtic.
Motherwell, Kelly.
Motherwell.
Motherwell always. Ross County, Livy.
Ross County.
And Rangers, Aberdeen.
Draw.
I want to ask you, just before we go, St Johnstone, Dundee United.
Dundee United.
Hibs, St Mirren.
Hibs.
Hearts, Celtic. You said you could see an upset.
I know, but I'm not. See, for the last 10 minutes, I'm scared what the fans are going to think of me. Celtic.
You've just bet 20 quid that Celtic are going to.
You just bet me and you went Celtic. You just
I'll
bet
cover my bets, but if I put Celtic one here.
Motherwell, Kelly.
Motherwell all day.
Ross County, Livy.
Ross County.
Rangers, Aberdeen.
Aberdeen. Aye, Rangers
Yeah,
are bad.
yeah.
2 in a
Just
row.
because they were
2 in a
hanging
row
the
for
ball.
Aberdeen against Rangers. Big ass.
I think they might.
By the way, Barry Robson getting in there. Imagine he goes and wins.
What's that, Ibrox? Right, you can only take one item on the road trip, ways. What do you take?
Dildo.
You take the dildo.
For your
Thank
sake.
God. Faddy, because I'm just going to use that. I don't need to use that now. Faddy, one item, and you, Dale.
Charger for my phone.
Right, Dale, what one item?
Oh, carry it.
You were off a drink.
I know, but for yous,
Oh, you're back on it.
aye,
for us.
mate,
Nah,
sure.
he's driving. He's driving. He's off it.
But who's driving? That's it. Who's the designated driver?
Oh, I wondered why you want to go on a road trip.
We'll get a driver.
That's right.
None of us are
I'm not
driving.
going on it until you
Big
pass your
Kev can
test.
drive it.
We'll get Kev to do it. But we'll have the bit you shut him off so you can't speak to him.
Look, the limo just press the button. Bro, big man.
But we're in control of it.
All right.
Wait, what's yours? Quickly, just last thing, Derek. What's your one item you're taking?
Johnny.
Have it.